Hello and welcome, this is MechCommander and we're back with some more MechCommander 2, and the mission we'll be doing for this video is Acquisition Base Hermes. Capture a vulnerable Davian base before units move in to reinforce the base. Alright. Let's see our objectives. So we have to capture sensor control, destroy all base defenders, destroy all reinforcements, and capture Davian base headquarters. Then finally extract. We have two secondary objectives: capture all main base turret controls and capture all main base gate controls. Alright, that's a little bit of an unusual command, but that's what we'll do. Okay, you may have yet another opportunity to prove your worth to the Mandrissa. Our forces have besieged a lone Davian base deep in the Koldane province. After several days of orbital bombardment and aerospace fighter strikes, the base's walls have been shattered, leaving it virtually defenseless. Major Kelly, however, has deployed reinforcements for the base, due to arrive within hours. Our own forces are all engaged with Renard's units and will arrive too late. You must capture Base Hermes and destroy Kelly's reinforcements. Be advised that you are required to capture the base's facilities, not destroy them. The Mandrissa requires this base operational to be of use in our campaign against Renard. Okay, our tactical officer notes. Sir, based on these recon images, it looks like Kelly is sending her best units to defend this base. These reports show a lot of clan equipment: Ullers, Shadowcats, Vultures, and worst of all, Mad Cats. They're extremely dangerous, but Cash will probably kiss you if you can salvage one of those. Alright, so let's take a look at our map real quick. So, capture sensor control. Well, that's right near where we drop. So we're going to be dropping, capturing. Okay, pretty straightforward. Then we have all of our objectives. So destroy all base defenders. That's going to be at 2, which is right. Well, it doesn't really matter. Anywhere in the base. Destroy all reinforcements. That's not on the map, but that will come in. Capture the headquarters. That's in there. And extract is right next to the base. So, okay. Let's get into our deployment here. So we have the same amount of tonnage to work with, but we have to capture turret controls. And capturing turret controls needs speed. So I should probably change up my loadout a little bit. I'm pretty happy with this loadout. As a matter of fact, this might be my go-to loadout from here on out. But with that being said, we're going to need that speed. And what do we have that could provide appropriate speed? So we could use the Menchen. That is a heavy enough mech that I wouldn't feel disadvantaged using it. And it does have the ECM suite, which may help capturing that sensor control quickly. I don't know if that's a factor or not. 50 tons, that would mean that we'd have to drop down a bit. I could replace one of my mechs, let's say the Zeus, with a 50-ton mech. And, well, yeah, that would work. I'm trying to think. We just need to drop in 30 by 30 tons. So replacing the Cyclops with maybe a 60-ton mech would do it. So we could use a Vulture, for example. I would have to change its loadout maybe, but that's not a bad idea. And that is the only 60-ton mech we have. Alright, so we will remove this mech, put in our Vulture, which has a decent speed as well. And then that leaves us with the 50 tons that we would need for our Menchen. Of course, we could go with a faster mech than that, like, for example, an Anubis. But I don't really know if we need that kind of foot speed. And if we don't need that kind of foot speed, the Anubis is actually going to be a liability for the rest of the campaign. So I definitely don't want that to be the case. So let's grab our Menchen here, wherever it may be. Did I read that wrong? Oh, it's 55 tons. So we would need a 55-ton mech if we'd want to go with that. Either that or we downgrade the Zeus to a 75-ton mech like this, which I may do. Let's remove that and put in this mech here. All right, so that does the job as far as what I'm looking for. Okay, that is 5 mechs though, and I really prefer using 4 at most, but if this is what we're going to have to work with, this is what we're going to have to work with. Okay, so we've got our 2 catapults, which should provide us good long-range firepower. Vulture more or less does the same thing. And then we have the I don't even know how you pronounce that. All right, let's start off with the Menshen, and we'll go through these three mechs. Menshen, this mech here, and the Lao, I'll call it, and the Vulture. So starting with the Menshen, we may just need a little bit of an update to it with different weapon systems. Clan pulse lasers will probably just be fine. What I might want to do is up the armor on this thing, though, so that we can capture bases more effectively without eating it too much. And it looks like we can fit a couple slots of armor on this thing, so it might be worth doing. So, okay, let's say we replace one pulse laser with armor. That puts us at 208, which is respectable. And then that gives us heat to work with, so I can come in and use clan LRMs in place of the normal ones. Be able to do that replacement just one more time. Okay. Not having jump jets may be a liability, but we do have one mech that has jump jets. Not as fast as this mech, but that should be okay. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We'll call this the... Oh. Of course. Alright, we're going to have to do that a little bit later. Let's buy and sell mechs. We can probably sell stuff fairly easily. For example, we have more Razorbacks than we probably ever need. So we'll just sell that. That should probably be enough cash to do whatever it is we want to do with these loadouts. So let's go back into our Menshen. We know what the modification we're already going to want to make. So we're just going to replace that, put in the armor. Then we're going to go into our missile systems, replace a few of those with not Swarm, Clan. Okay, there we go. That's good to go. Let's go ahead with the naming convention. We'll keep it as a C3 and plus, and save. I know I could probably go through and delete a lot of the old ones just to clear up the clutter, but oh well. All right, moving on. This mech does have jump jets for us, so if we do need jump jets to jump over walls or what have you to capture various things, we've got it. So let's get into the modification here, though. Probably could do with some clan tech, maybe. Although we really don't have room for it as far as the heat goes, unless... Oh, I'm not under the right tab. Clan equivalents might be better for us as far as heat efficiency. So right now, we're using... What is this? ER large laser? What we might want to use instead is a clan ER large laser. Is there a difference in heat? No, there is no difference. So we use the clan ER laser. I mean, it'll cost us more money, but we'll be okay with that. And then we've got a large laser, and that is 8 heat. So if we use a... Well, there's not going to be a clan large laser. There is only going to be ER. That's just the way the clans work. When they moved on to ER lasers, they just kind of stuck with it. So I'm trying to think, would a clan ER laser be an upgrade over a large laser? So a large laser is 4 damage, rate of fire of 2, so that's 8. This has 2.5 at a rate of fire of 3, which is 7.5. Very close. And it is slightly less heat, too. So let's try that. So if we were able to just fit 3 of these on, we should be beating the previous, because previously it was 2 large lasers, which is 8 times 2, 16. This is 7.5 times 2, 15. And then if we add a third one on, we'd be golden. So there we go. And did we save ourselves any heat with that? Because we did, what is that? 15 heat versus 16 heat? Yeah, so we're saving ourselves 1 heat. That's pretty good. So we could slap on more armor. We could slap on a heat sink. The heat sink would give us 4 heat, which would allow us to upgrade more weapons. Let's go ahead with that. That will allow us to replace the LRM racks with clan LRM racks and have us a little bit of heat left over. So we have some pulse lasers. I think these are pulse lasers. Planned ones are just straight up upgrades, so let's go with that. Okay, there we go. We're pretty much loaded out. We may run out of money here, though, so I'm going to have to be careful. And I call this the WR. We'll call it the WRC. There you go. All right, so we're good there. We finally need the Vulture, and we have to keep an eye, though, on the cost. I might want to sell something else just so that we have the money to use. So at this point, there's probably mechs that we really just don't need anymore. Like, for example, a Hunchback. Do we really need a Hunchback? No, let's sell one. Okay. Let's give us plenty of cash. All right, let's do our last modification here. So it already has clan tech, so we're not really going to need to upgrade anything, but except machine gun arrays. These are, I mean, they don't produce any heat, but at the same token, they're not that good. So let's go ahead and replace them, and let's just fit on armor. That seems like pretty solid choice. Give us more defensibility for our Vulture. Okay, I like that. That seems pretty good. So we'll hit accept, and we'll just call this the plus. I'm sure my naming conventions are all over the place, but whatever. Okay. I think that's everybody. We should be good to go. Let's go on to the signing of our pilots. So Longshot can stay in the catapult, as she has exactly what we need to make that work. We've got Hammer still in our other catapult, which I guess I don't necessarily have a problem with. We are going to want Worm in our Menshen, so we've got that sensor ability. Our Vulture, we may want to be piloted by Hacksaw. I mean, I'm not positive on that. We could just as easily put him in here, but we have more missile systems in this mech, so we would benefit more from having Hacksaw in here. Okay, and we know that we're going to be fighting clan tech, and this honestly sounds like a hard mission, so I think having elite pilots in this mission is probably going to be a good idea. We do have pulse lasers in this sucker. Not much, so we would benefit a little bit there. I don't think this guy's going to benefit much at all, so I'm going to go ahead and fit steel in here, and I'm actually considering removing Hammer here and putting Twitch in instead. Yeah, let's go with that. So we're going with a much more elite group here, and the reason I'm doing this is just because I think this mission's going to be difficult. So, all right. I don't know if this is a great loadout, but this is the loadout we're going with. Let's launch. Okay, I don't know if speed's going to be of the essence with this particular mission or what. Let's immediately pause here. Okay, so we've got the sensor grid right there. We might just be on the edge of it, so let's just make sure, first off, that we have our command group properly established. Let's move over this way. And then I'm going to grab Worm here. And we're going to go right at that sensor control, maybe. We'll see if we can, what we can manage here, so... Okay, you guys are going to go this way. You're going to capture this, if it will let you. And you're going to back the hell off.
Objective.
Okay, back off. The rest of the group. Then we're going to start attacking these guys.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. See ya. Still reporting. Target acknowledged. Twitch here. Right to that target.
Okay. Get this guy.
His clock.
Get that guy.
Reporting. Roger that. Target
We're going to have a lot of LRMs on tap here.
Yeah, target locked in. See ya.
All right.
Enemy destroyed.
Now that we have the sensor grid in our command, let's take a look at what we've got. So first off, do we have any resource points? We have actually not too bad. Now we're supposed to capture things rather than destroy them. And I don't know if this counts, to be honest with you. All right, let's take a look. So we have some things coming in here. So it looks like to me, we're going to want to capture this facility first so that we can use it against the oncoming convoy here of reinforcements. As far as I can tell, that seems like the plan. So we're going to run over here. And we don't really have any defenders here to stop us. Then the next objective, you know what? I'm thinking about having Worm detach here and capture this other objective on his own. I mean, we do have a contact here, but speed is somewhat going to be of the essence. And if we split our group up, we'll probably be benefited in doing so. So I'm going to go ahead and have Worm run over here. Let's go ahead and unpause here, let our guys move a little bit. So we've got our main group is coming over to capture this. We've got Worm coming over here to capture this, which we will attempt to do. Now, I don't have any sensor contact of the main base, and we're going to assume those defenders because that is one of our objectives. So what my goal is here is I'm just going to run in and capture this turret control. I am going to eat damage as I come in, but it is, I think, worth it. And we're going to get this repair facility once we capture.
Building capture.
Okay. Now that we have that done, the Vulture's probably going to be the fastest of this group. So I'm going to have the Vulture capture the turret control here. Do we have a hold your fire? I don't think there is a hold your fire button. I mean, there is a stop hold fire command, but that cancels all things. And yeah, I don't think that's what we want to do. I mean, if that is what we want to, I mean, if that is what I am supposed to do, then I guess I've been messing that up quite a bit, but oh well. Let's go ahead and capture this while we've got the opportunity. Go ahead and capture this.
Enemy resources captured.
Building captured.
Now we do have this light vehicle that, oh, it's actually a medium mech. Maybe a problem.
The building is mine.
Okay, so Hacksaw
Hacksaw here. Hey, I'm under fire.
took a little bit of damage, but managed to come in and take this facility pretty well. Let's grab the rest of our group. And this is where we're going to defend initially, because we don't want them to be able to just walk in here and retake this stuff. We want to put up a good fight. Now, we may have to make a retreat, like, at some point as they come through here. But for now, this is my plan, and that's what we're going to go with. We do have these resource points to use, but I'm not going to use them just yet. Although, to be honest with you, an airstrike wouldn't necessarily be a bad call if they are bunched up. Because as much as it takes time for the airstrike to land, it may land on them as they're moving. But problem is they're spaced out enough. I don't know if I can take advantage of that. So we'll have to see. But that is a plan. We could be doing airstrikes on this strip here. All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and let time go here. Now, I'm going to assume that they're coming across, and then they're going to just follow the road here. What do we got as far as other facilities? So we do have a turret control here, and we do have a resource building. The reinforcements may come from multiple directions, which this may be indicating to me, as there is a road that comes off this way. So we do have sensors that will tell us about this, but it's probably a good idea if we start capturing some of these facilities. Looking over here, we don't really have any defenses in this region. So as much as I would like to keep the Menchen here, I think I am going to end up taking him to capture other things. So there is no gate control to capture as far as I can tell over here. And I am risking, by doing this, I am risking the fact that the enemy may come and recapture this facility from me. So what I'm looking to do is capture this turret control without taking too much damage. I don't know how easily I'll be able to accomplish that, as the turrets are more or less in my way. You know what? If we're quick... No, we're not quick enough. Let's just go.
Hey, I'm under fire over here.
We are going to eat some damage, I think.
Done. Building
Unfortunately, we blew up that turret. Okay, as I thought, here comes the medium mech here, the enemy medium mech. We may just have to fight him. Honestly, he's just patrolling, though. Okay, well... Let me see here. So, I think I still want to capture that one facility. Capturing that turret control is important. I really think we should engage this medium mech, because I think it's going to be a problem if I don't. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to have to make this quick because... Oh, hello. Let me grab a couple mechs here. And come over this way. It looks like we've got a helicopter or something circumventing. Okay.
Worm here. They're on me.
Yeah, okay. So what do we got here, Shadowcat? So we'll start having you back off. Coming over here. If you sit on top of the turret control, they shouldn't be able to capture it from you. Okay, so those look like we have some vehicles. They could be hovercraft. They could be helicopters are coming across. So we're going to have to stop that. They have to be hovercraft because we couldn't really see them.
Here. Locking in target.
Okay, got another one here.
Twitch here. Right to that target.
Okay, let's see how Worm's doing.
Roger. See ya.
Okay, so far so good. Okay, he's trying to take out the turret control. We don't want to allow him to do that.
Target confirmed.
Okay, you can get repaired.
Yeah, target locked in.
Okay, let's go back over to this group. Looks like we took the flankers out. Okay, they're still coming along the road, so we're going to put our main group back together so that we're ready for that. We're going to grab the medium mech once we're done repairing it, and we're going to have it come over and capture this facility over here. So far, I think we're doing pretty well. We're hitting these choke points, trying to
Good to go, boss.
counter the reinforcements, which I think is our highest priority right now. So I'm going to run over here. We're going to get in this area and we're going to capture this. It shouldn't be too bad. I do want to mitigate how much of these turrets I take out on the way. And we've already captured this facility, so we're good to go there. I think we have most of the defenses that are leading up to the base. So we'll deal with that one thing at a time. For now, we're going to need to focus on this group. And I am going to call these different groups now. So we're going to make this control group 2. Oh, and we're sitting on a resource building here.
Enemy resources captured.
All right, let's take a look at this convoy. They are bunching up, so do we want to use airstrikes? I think, just as a proof of concept, if we do an airstrike and we lead it a little bit, let's say we put it right there.
Airstrike confirmed.
I'm hoping that that will land. Come on, land, 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 land. A little late. We still got him, though. Maybe a little bit of a waste of resources, but it was a proof of concept, just to see what would happen. But that's kind of a waste of resources. What we do want to use our resources on, though, is a fixed artillery piece, which I'm going to put down right there.
Transporting artillery piece.
Okay. So we are going to have our engagement here pretty soon. Let's get our group together. Okay, we're already having our first engagement.
Long shot here. Target locked in.
This could get ugly. Roger.
I don't think the artillery piece can shoot out that far, but at the very least, this gives us a little bit of... Okay, so Worm is where he needs to be. We're going to run in here. We're not going to capture the resources just yet. We're going to capture instead.
Got it, sir.
I mean, it is very tempting to hit these guys with airstrikes, but the problem is they have a habit of like bunching up like this and like kind of stop starting. So I can't really lead them very effectively, but if I could hit 3 of them at once, it would be very effective. All right, so we did tell him to capture this, correct? Okay, let's just go back to our main group here, which they're moving for some reason. Let's have them back off.
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Okay, let's have them hit this wolfhound here.
Target acknowledged.
We probably should have them come after this hunter a little bit so that we aren't getting hit by LRMs. We do have an LRM carrier coming in.
Still reporting. Target acknowledged. Roger.
Okay, that's taken out.
One enemy back.
We don't want to get hit by that explosion, so let's back off a little bit.
Oh yeah, another one bites the dust.
All right, let's back off a little bit. Let's let them come into the defenses here. Okay, let's go take a look at Worm. Okay, so Worm has not captured this yet. Why has he not captured it? Oh, maybe because I didn't select him. Ah, okay. I was selected on the other group, which is why they started wandering off. Okay, my bad.
Roger that.
All right, so we're going to eat a little bit of damage here. Hopefully we get in here and capture this before it's too much of a problem. Let's go capture that, and then we have another resource point here.
Enemy resources captured.
Good, capture that. Okay.
Done.
All right, we are starting to have enemies show up over here. Again, I'm really tempted to use airstrikes against these guys, so let's lead it a little bit more. Let's say right about there.
Strike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
And again, the stop-start. It's only going to hit one of them. And even then,
Enemy
maybe not.
resources captured.
Nope, no hit. That sucks. See, leading them is just too hard, in my opinion. What we should probably do, though, is put a, as this makes a little bit more sense, a fixed artillery piece.
Transporting artillery.
All right, let's go back over to our main group. Because this way we can make these choke points a little bit more hazardous to our opponent.
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target. Enemy down.
Okay, here comes the real opposition. Let's start backing off. Oh, crap.
Acknowledged.
We gotta back off before a vulture eats it.
Hacksaw here. Hey, I'm under fire.
Okay, we're just gonna have to let this base fall, I think. Okay, so we have our fixed artillery piece. Let's get Worm out of there, as he's not gonna be able to hold this on his own. And we're going to run over to the repair facility with our 2 groups, and we're gonna repair some of these mechs. Our vulture took very heavy damage. We could actually, you know what? Let's do a little bit of a fighting retreat here. Because the rest of these mechs here are not too bad off.
Roger.
Roger.
Okay, looks like we got him. All right. I might be able to salvage that Mad Cat once this reinforcement group comes through. Oh, it's just a cargo truck. That should be easy enough. Is that all that is in the last bit? We have an LRM carrier hiding. All right. Looks like we successfully did that. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of our group, have them run over here. Our vulture, I'm just going to go ahead and have them repair. Where did we end up with Worm? Worm is kind of halfway here. All right, so what I'll do is I'll have Worm run over here. We might be able to quickly get this salvage in, as long as we have line of sight.
Roger that.
There we go.
Salvage craft is on its way.
So we'll grab this Mad Cat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Worm scout for us. So, Worm, you're over there. How about you scout ahead for me a little bit? Use your sensors to let me know what's over here. So, I'm going to go ahead and have you run up this hill here. Okay, let's go back over to our main group here. As they are leaving the scene. Let's deselect hacksaw and have everybody else go right there. Okay. All right, how are we doing on our objectives so far? Not too bad. I mean, we really only have the one. All right, so our artillery piece should be firing on these guys. This is not going to hold long, but it's still going to delay them, which is important. Now, if they come in here and capture the facility, the turret facility, then we're a little bit in trouble.
Turrets deactivated.
But there goes the turrets. So, I mean, it is what it is. We held out, not honestly all that long, but we held out. Okay, so... Okay, Psycho is now up and running. Let's go ahead and have him run over to the repair facility as well. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Oh, so you took such heavy damage that was as much as you could be repaired. Okay, you're going to be out of the fight, I think. And the rest of our group is still going. Okay, let's go over to Worm, see what we've got here. We do have another choke point right here. I don't know if that's something that the enemy is going to run into or not. They honestly may just come over here. And if that happens, then we're a little bit in trouble because I don't really have any defenses to stop them. So what we probably should do is work on getting the turrets and everything in our command now. So to do that, we're going to grab... I think what we're going to do is grab these two and start having them run over this way. Being a little bit mindful of where we end up because this turret control is going to be a little bit tricky for us while there's defenders. This turret control I may be able to capture, but it might just fall if we do that. So what I want to do is I want to try and draw these attackers or these defenders out to meet me. And we'll deal with them then. We don't want to deal with that. And I really didn't want to do damage to that either. Alright, here they come. That's what we wanted. If we sit here, we should be able to attack these guys. And they are just light vehicles, so we should be able to do this. And as we do this, hopefully... Okay. You're there. I want you to be repaired first. And then we'll have the Mad Cat repaired. Okay. There's a lot going on in this particular mission. A lot to keep track of. Crap. Keep doing that. Okay. Okay, our catapults are on the way. Let's have them help out. Okay. How are we doing on resource points? We only have 16,000, so we're gonna not be able to harass as much anymore. Okay. Now it's gonna be Worm's job to get in here and capture these turret controls so we can delay the enemy. There are still some base defenders that I haven't taken care of, but once we get these turret controls, we'll be okay. Okay. Let's get back over here. So steel is now ready to go. Let's go like that, and let's grab you and have you repair. The facility might have just... Seriously? There we go. Okay, you. Come over... Here. Okay. You guys are just going to sit up on top of this hill in case we need you. Okay, we just knocked out some of the defenses. We didn't really want to do that. All right, let's run in here and capture what we can. We're going to come over here, capture this. I don't have jump jets, so coming in and capturing this is going to be difficult. And they're getting close, so we got to do this now. So, what I might do... I don't want to open these gates on accident. Crap. We drew attention. We're gonna have to back out. Okay, I'm gonna need my group so that they can't recapture that stuff. Let's get together. I mean, I may just have to let it be, but I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to hold these reinforcements off. Okay, and Psycho is good to go. So we're gonna add Psycho. We're going to add these guys in as group 1 with Worm. So Worm is also going to be part of, and crap. Okay, command group 1. Okay, now we're going to have them. I need to have these two guys in this fight. Matter of fact, you are going to come over here. Okay. Bad pathing there. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens here, but preferably what we want. We're going to have these reinforcements on my butt fairly soon. But I'm a little bit... Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's start attacking the Vulture here. We should have some pretty good devastating firepower to dish out here. This should be the last of the base defenders, though, or at least of the meaningful ones. Okay. We're gonna have to get in here and mix it up a little bit. Alright, let's get rid of this LRM carrier real quick, so that they don't have the support. Ah, crap. Okay, so our one light mech, our medium mech, is getting taken apart here. And we're in a lot of trouble because the reinforcements are right on top of us. We need to get out of there. No, not with you. Damn it. Just you. Alright, we might lose Worm here. Okay. Alright, hurry Worm over to the repair facility over this way. Okay. Mad Cat is now in the area. Let's go ahead and have it engage. Grab these guys and continue to engage. Okay. Alright. Have the Mad Cat run up here. Okay, they didn't recapture that. That's important. Kill this guy. Okay, these guys are coming after this area, so we may want to grab somebody and throw them over there if we can. If I were to choose someone, I would choose the Mad Cat to do that. As it's only 2 enemies right now, well, it's a medium and a heavy mech. That's going to be tough to deal with. Okay, well, we should leave 1 mech behind to deal with this stuff, but everybody else should go. So let's grab Twitch, Longshot, and Psycho. And we're going to run down over here to make sure that this turret control doesn't get out of our grasp. With that, Steel is going to take out the rest of the defenders here. Okay. And we can use Steel's jump jets to our advantage, because I can jump across to get this turret control. At least that's my idea. We do have a repair facility inside the base, so we will be able to repair the rest of our mechs in the base. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this group here. They're still on the way. Again, we need to have them in the area so that it can't recapture this facility without a fight. The Shadow Cat might go down really fast. Okay. Let's switch back over to Steel here real quick. Alright, so we're going to use our jump jets to jump right there. I'm going to have to keep my eye on this area for now. Going to capture...
Repair resources depleted.
Okay, that's fine. we're now going to have Worm come over here. Okay, so right now we've got a few different objectives. So objective number 1, make this turret base. Okay, this turret base is useless now. They've knocked out most of the turrets. So this is not a place to defend. Instead, we're going to defend the main base, which we have already taken some of the defenses ourselves. So we're going to have our main group come over here, and we're going to try and defend. Okay, so we do need to continue to capture facilities. And really what we're looking for is turret controls and things like that. And gate controls. Did we not already get them? Ah, there's a gate control over here and a turret control. Okay, so we'll have our mechs attempt that. I think the important thing right now is we use our jump jets. We go over here. I'm going to go ahead and capture this facility. Okay, I don't know if Worm's on his way. Yeah, okay, good. And then the rest of our group's on their way as well. Okay, so we've got time. We've got time to deal with the incoming invasion. Okay, so what we want to do now is... You don't need a repair, so instead you're going to come over here and capture that. I should probably take... Well, you know what? I think it's okay that we keep the Vulture in this area. We'll see. I don't think any attack is going to come, but... Let's move back here to Worm. And I'm going to tell Worm, now that we have this captured, to just repair at the facility so that I don't forget. And let's see, our rest of our guys are coming in. Here they are. Let's have our... Well, go there. Let's grab the Mad Cat and have him go capture the turret control. I don't know if he's going to be that fast. I'd preferably do that with Worm, but I don't think I have time.
Objective complete.
And this guy I just don't think is fast enough to do it. Oh, hello. We do have a few base defenders left. I guess I should have known that, considering that we still had an objective to do. But I'm just going to have this mech come over and capture the turret control. I don't know if these turrets are really going to be that important for us, but...
Objective complete.
Okay, got him. Let's grab our Mad Cat and have him help with this fight. I'm not really sure why Worm stopped, but we... Oh, that's because he can't repair. Well, that sucks. Alright, we'll have you come over into the base, though. Okay, you're going to repair instead. I think we have taken... We still... Yeah, we've destroyed the base defenders. That objective has been done. Okay. So we've got our catapults in this area defending this bit of the turret grid. We've got our other mechs to defend other areas, which I will deploy them here in a second. I just want to repair them first. Okay. You are going to go up here. That way you give us line of sight, at the very least. Or actually, let's have you use your jump jets and just jump over here. We haven't captured the gate control yet, though. So let's grab one of our catapults just so we can do this objective real quick. Okay, so we're holding on to that. You're done. Why don't you come over here as well to help out? Hold this turret control.
Objective complete.
Okay, grab our catapult and have it come back over here. It's really good that we salvaged this Mad Cat because it's really helping quite a bit with this part of the mission, as we have a couple of my mechs are just too far gone to repair. Oh, you know, look, now it will allow me to repair. What the heck? All right, so all we have left is destroy all reinforcements, and then we can extract. Just to expedite this, I'm going to have Hacksaw just go over to the extraction point. I don't think there's a reason to have him hang back like that. Okay, well, We're more or less situated. Let's use the rest of our resources to try and get ourselves a little bit more defense going. So I'm going to slap in here another artillery piece.
Transporting artillery piece.
All right, here they come. And we've got a medium mech. It'll be coming here soon. Let's get these. We're gonna need to back up so that we can get them coming into the turret control. The turrets, I mean. Okay, that guy's down. Have you guys come up here. Matter of fact, let's grab these guys, and make them a new command group. So we're going to make them control group 3. That way, we have that nice and situated. Okay, we've got a medium vehicle. Our Mad Cat has taken pretty heavy damage. Let's go ahead and have him just run back and get repaired real quick. And you are a little bit more repaired, but really not any better off. So we're just going to have you go over to the extraction point. Okay, so we'll have the Mad Cat go get repaired. And we'll have the rest of the group here defend. All right, resource truck. Interesting. Oh. Interesting.
Enemy resources captured.
So these are just defenseless vehicles now. So is there really even any opposition at this point? I guess we're done with the mission.
Objective complete.
Okay, well, objective complete. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't think we have enough resource points to salvage anything. Oh, no, we do. So what should we salvage? I don't think there were any other Mad Cats, were there? There might have been during this base attack. Let's just take a look. No, that was just Shadow Cat. Okay, well, we can salvage a vulture, I guess. So let's go ahead and do that.
Roger that. Salvage craft is on its way.
And we'll have the rest of the group, including Psycho, go ahead and just go to the extraction point. And then when this guy's up and running, we'll just have him run to the extraction point as well, as we don't need to repair him at all. So let's just get out of here. All right. Mission successful there. Again, I think the key was salvaging that Mad Cat. That really, really helped for the mission, big time, because our Vulture had taken huge amounts of damage and was obviously not fighting fit anymore. And our Men-Shen also took some damage trying to attack this base. So, all right, pretty successful. We managed to get all our objectives. That mission wasn't too bad.
Objective complete.
There was a lot to keep track of, was the main issue for me. But, there we go.
Mission successful.
Okay, so as far as our salvage goes, we can salvage... I think I'm going to go with the Vulture and a Shadow Cat. And that's all we have to salvage anyway, as far as currency. So there we go. So Claymore was in the mission probably just as coming in as salvage. Command salvage. Hacksaw gets some kills. Long shot picks up some kills. Hacksaw didn't get that many kills because he was out of the mission pretty early. Okay. Psycho, not a lot done there. But he was salvage, so, or he came in to command salvage, so that's not too bad, all things considered. Steel really racked him up in this mission. Although mostly vehicles. Orm got a few, and he's promoted to
MechWarrior
elite.
Promoted to elite.
All right, let's see what we've got at the elite status that is going to help us. We're really, honestly, None of this helps us. I might go with long range specialist just because, heck, that's what we've been doing. So let's go with that. But none of the rest of the stuff is really for scouting. Now, there might be something... No, there's nothing at a lower level that would help us with that either. So there we go, long range specialist, done. And then Twitch came in to get quite a few kills as well. Okay, there we go.
There has been a setback. My son's actions have cost us the...
Okay, well, we have a another mission briefing that's coming in here, and we're going to have another mission. I am going to assume this is going to wrap up this part of the Liao campaign. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is MechCommander, signing out.